Romeo and Juliet is a tragedy written by William Shakespeare in the late 16th century. It is one of the most famous love stories in the world and has been adapted into various forms of art and media. The story is set in the city of Verona in Italy, and it revolves around two young lovers, Romeo Montague and Juliet Capulet, who come from rival families. The Montagues and Capulets have been feuding for years, and their hatred for each other has caused much violence and bloodshed. One night, Romeo attends a Capulet ball in disguise, where he meets and falls in love with Juliet. They share a dance and exchange words of affection, not realizing each other's identities. Later that night, Romeo sneaks into the Capulet garden to see Juliet again, and they confess their love for each other. They decide to get married the next day. Romeo seeks the help of Friar Lawrence, a wise and compassionate priest, to perform the wedding ceremony in secret. The friar agrees, hoping that the marriage will help end the feud between the families. Meanwhile, Tybalt, Juliet's hot-headed cousin, is outraged that a Montague has infiltrated the Capulet ball and challenges Romeo to a duel. Romeo refuses to fight, but his friend Mercutio takes up the challenge in his place. Mercutio is killed by Tybalt, and in a fit of anger and grief, Romeo kills Tybalt in revenge. As a result, Romeo is banished from Verona by the prince, and Juliet is devastated by the loss of her cousin and the exile of her husband. In desperation, she turns to Friar Lawrence for help, who devises a plan for her to fake her own death with a sleeping potion. He promises to send word to Romeo of the plan, so that he can come to the Capulet tomb to be with Juliet when she wakes up. However, the message never reaches Romeo, and he hears only of Juliet's death. Believing that she is truly dead, he returns to Verona and takes his own life beside her tomb. When Juliet awakens and finds Romeo dead, she too takes her own life. The tragic deaths of the young lovers bring an end to the feud between the Montagues and Capulets, but at a great cost. The play ends with the prince lamenting the waste of so many lives due to the senseless and bitter rivalry between the two families.